everybody. My name is Pam and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing today? I am coming to you on, let's see, what is today? April the 26th, 2025 from cloudy and kind of gloomy looking San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, actually looking out the window, it looks like it's going to rain, so my lighting is going to be a little bit weird. I'm so sorry. Um, how are you guys doing today? If you are new, welcome to my channel. It's so great to have you here. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and I appreciate you so much and welcome home. So today I think I'm just going to do a little whip and chat. I have been ignoring this gorgeous girl for a while and I need to get some work done on her. This is a Diamond Art Club. The name of it is, let's see, Sugar Skull Girl. Oh, let me get over here. I've got it covered up. Sorry. It is Sugar Skull Girl by Molly Harrison, um, licensed through Diamond Art Club. It is a 22-inch by 28-inch or 55.8 centimeter by a 70.7 centimeter square drill. And the name of it is Sugar Skull Girl. I think she is so lovely. And it's a crime that this is the only part of it that I've gotten done. You can see what I've gotten done is so colorful and so bright and so lovely. And these drills are fitting together fabulously. It doesn't even look that gappy under a light. So I'm pretty impressed with her. I've just gotten the very bottom of her skirt done. And I've got this little section here that I was working on before I put her up the last time. And this is just like the bottom part of her hair and still part of her dress here. I love the gloves and the little tattoo on her arm and the gorgeous Day of the Dead, obviously, painting on her face. And yeah, she looks great. This is actually going to be a gift if I ever get it finished. So I think we're going to work on her some today and just chit chat a bit. I haven't done an actual whip and chat in a hot minute, so let me get this turned around and get my light board and get all set up and get zoomed in so you can see the gorgeousness going on down here. And we will get started putting down some drills on her. All right, hang on one second. Okay, all right. So I think I think we could probably see pretty good from there. All right, let me get myself kind of together here a little bit. So what is going on with you guys? Anything fun and exciting? Everybody have a great Easter if you celebrate Easter. Yeah, mine was pretty quiet. I was, post call after a 24-hour shift, so honestly, I didn't do much. But it is what it is. Let me see. So I've got all of my drills that I think I'm going to need for this little section right here. I kind of pulled everything out beforehand so it would be easy to get to. And I wouldn't leave you hanging while I search through my container. I swear, these things have, well, this one isn't too bad. This one, I think, just has 64 colors, so it's not too terrible. But sometimes, man, I struggle looking around. I have got just a regular little tray here. I'm using, this is one of my favorite pens. I've had this pen forever. And I don't even remember. I bought it on Etsy, I know, and I honestly don't even remember where on Etsy I bought it. But it's the weight of it, I guess, is what I really like. And then I just put a Diamond Art Club multi-placer on the tip of. I like Diamond Art Club's multi-placers just because they're like the thin metal, and they don't move your other drills around. So I really like these. And I just have a white wax in there. And I'm all loaded up and ready to go, I think. Yes, I am. I keep a little extra canister just because, oh gosh, I'm so zoomed in. There you go. You know how you just get these random drills that you find all over your table? I always just throw them in one just in case I run out of colors and I need like one or two extra. I can always hope that I'll find it in here. And I keep one that I label just for trash, and this one has been like no trash. There's like three little drills in here only, so they're pretty good. I always like to keep them so I can see how trashy it was by the end. So when I do a kit down, because I definitely am gonna, as I finish some of these bigger ones, kit them down and kind of talk about them. What did I like about it and what did I not like about it, etc. So yeah. So things have been okay here. I've been just working. I've been working so much. Girl, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is. We had, I think I mentioned it on the last, I mentioned it on one of my videos recently. We had a pretty significant storm come through here a couple of weeks ago. Dumped a ridiculous amount of hail at our house. Oh, excuse me. And it was huge. It was huge. It's not unusual for us to get hail in San Antonio. We get it quite often, but usually it's, not big. It's kind of small, little pebbly hail and not that big of a deal. But with this storm, my husband said something about there's a supercell about to go over our house, and I'm like, what? What does that mean? And the next thing you know, it sounded like my house was going to explode. All I heard was like something pelting the house. And I looked out the back door, and there's a lot of, there's a whole colony of feral cats that live in this neighborhood. And quite a few of them hang out around our house because, we have a shed in the back that we give them kind of access to that so they have a safe place, And in the winter, it's a warm place. We put blankets in there and everything for them. Anyway, so I look out the back door and I see like a bunch of cats just running like crazy and like hail like pelting all around them, and they were just diving under the shed for some shelter. And I'm like, oh my god, run baby, run before you get hit by the ice. And then I thought, oh my god, my car. And we went out into the front porch, and oh, it was coming down so hard, and there was hail like the size of, like, I want to say extra large eggs. I guess that's the best way I can describe them. When I actually picked them up after it was all over, I could only hold two in my hand at a time. I mean, they were so big. And they were coming down so hard and so fast. The entire street was white, and the front yard was white, where it was just covered in these big, huge hails. And I, of course, could see them bouncing off of our cars. And I was like, oh my God, my poor car. And I wanted to, my instinct was to try to go out and, move it closer to the house, or move it, closer to the neighbor's tree, because my tree is too small in my front yard. But my husband's like, no, you idiot, don't go out there. You're going to get hit in the head, So anyway, so we just had to watch the hail beating down on everything. And then, of course, the neighborhood was swarmed with like these kind of fly-by-night in contractors wanting to fix our roof. But my husband actually knows a roofer, and we had them come out, and sure enough, well, I mean, my roof was already probably, you know, close to 15 years old anyway. But yeah, they said, yeah, you're all messed up there. And so we're gonna have to put a new roof on the house. Um, just the expense of it, and insurance for a roof. You would think they would just replace your roof. Yeah, that's not how it works. They give you like a depreciated value on your roof. So of course, since my roof was already old, they're only going to give us like $2,000 on the roof. Of course, the roof is like $8,000 to repair. So yeah, that's no fun. And I think they're probably not going to be able to even get started on it, I think, until the beginning of June, because there's just so many in the neighborhood that are having to be repaired. We had so many people just that kept coming to the door like day and night. And finally, my husband asked the roofers, "Can you please just put a sign in our yard so they'll stop coming, so they'll know that somebody's already taking care of it?" So that helped. Yeah, they came and put a sign in the yard at least, so we won't get harassed to death between now and the time they can actually get it worked on. I mean, I don't mind waiting until June. I mean, it's not like it's leaking or anything, so I'm not in that big of a hurry to get it done. But yeah, that was definitely pretty crazy. I had to take my car to get it, the insurance adjuster to look at it, because my car got pretty beat up. My husband's wasn't too bad. He's got a couple of dents in the hood of his car. Not too much towards the back, but he was, like backed into the driveway. So I think the back part of his truck was, shielded quite a bit from the house. And so he only had a few dents in the front of the truck. And he says he's just gonna, take care of those few dents himself. He's his truck is older. It's still a good truck. I mean, it's a Ford truck. You can drive those things till the wheels fall off. But his car's already paid for, so he says he'll take care of his. He really didn't get too much damage on his. My sister's car was parked the closest to the house, so she really got very little like body damage, to the car. She only got on her windshield a couple of like little like chips. I mean, it's not even gonna have to replace the windshield. They can just fix that. So we will take that and get it fixed pretty soon before it starts cracking across. But I'm gonna wait until some of these other people get theirs fixed, because the lines are just ridiculous. You can just drive down like the major road that's right outside of where my home is, and there are like tents pitched in parking lots of other buildings that have windshield repair, hail repair, etc., etc., etc. And there's tons of cars just all lined up there. So I'm like, yeah, no, her windshield can wait. It's not that bad. It's just a couple little chips. My car actually got the worst of it, really. But I was also parked the furthest away from the house, and yeah, my car got pretty beat up. I think the hood had more than 20 dents in just the hood. And there's all over the car. My roof, the side doors, all the chrome is just, it's pretty beat up. So when I took it, I didn't lose my windshield though, which is good, because you know how it is. New cars right now, the windshields are so expensive to replace just because of all the sensors and things in them. They're just so expensive to replace. So my windshields were good. So yay for that. But I took my car to the adjuster, and once I had to make an appointment and etc. So I had to wait for that, and then I got my appointment, took it in, and they assessed the damage at right around $7,500 for damage to the car. I think probably part of that is because some of the stuff in it, they're not going to be able to fix it. They're just going to have to replace it. Some of the dents, oh, excuse me, cat hair. Some of the dents can be replaced, and some parts of the car are just going to have to be like replaced, and the other dents can be pulled out or fixed or whatever it is they do. But I know I think part of the roof needs to be replaced, and oh, there's a hitchhiker in there. What are you doing in there? And definitely my hood. I think one of my fenders needs to be replaced. So I dropped the car off day before yesterday. My days are kind of running together. Day before yesterday, I dropped it off, and the body shop told me that what they do now, because I got my estimate from my insurance, and then the body shop says they hook the car up to something and look and compare the estimate with what they see, and just to make sure that the adjuster got everything. And then if there's any discrepancies, if they miss something, they call the adjuster, and the adjuster has to go back out there and look at it again, and then they kind of figure it out. Fortunately, my deductible isn't too bad. I'm only going to be like $1,000 out of pocket, so that part's good. We actually have a pretty high. I think our deductible is like $2,000 or somewhere around there. But we have the vanishing deductible, and we've actually never made a claim on that insurance policy, and we've had it for years. So our deductible is a little less than $1,000. So that part's good. But the bad thing is now they're going to have to keep my car probably for about a month. Because, they have to go back and forth with the insurance. And then once they come to an agreement, then they can start working on, the dents that they pull out and, buff out or whatever it is they do. But then they're going to have to order all the parts that have to be replaced. So, and like I said, there are some, whole panels on my car, plus a good part of the trim. Most of the chrome trim is all dented up. So all that's going to have to be replaced. So, it's going to be wait for those parts to come in, and then once they get them, they have to take my dented ones off, replace them, and then they have to paint match it and paint it and make sure it matches the rest of my car, so I don't drive around with like the little Franken car with 2 different colors of paint on it. So that's probably what takes so long. So, completely inconvenienced by a freak 5-minute hailstorm. It's like, what is up with that? So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like you can you see all the cars and things in the neighborhood. Oh, get off of there. Oh, where'd you go? You can just see everything, all these cars, people just driving around. You can look in parking lots and cars all dented up. But anyhow, so that should be interesting to see how long it takes them to actually get it fixed. And hopefully I won't be able to tell where one panel is. And oh, there you are. Oh, no, get off of there. Yeah, hopefully I won't be able to tell, what they replaced. And oh, here, just slide over. There you go. Okay. So yeah, that was my excitement for the month. The next fun thing was getting the car rental. It's like, oh my God, everybody and their brother right now is trying to rent a car because everybody's car is in the shop. So there's that. Finally managed to get it. I had to wait. They didn't have it the day that we wanted it. We had to wait until the next day. And then they didn't give me the car that I asked for. I wanted something, comparable to the size of the car that I drive already. I need the space. And I drive a Toyota Venza is what I drive. It's like a, mid-level kind of SUV sort of thing. It actually kind of looks like the Lexus SUV. The body shape is nearly identical. As a matter of fact, I was parked next to a black Lexus SUV, and I came out of a store one time. I actually tried to get into the wrong car. I thought it was mine. So they look very similar. And anyway, so that's what I drive. I drive a Venza, a hybrid Venza. And I wanted something kind of the same size. And I think the only thing they had on the website that was sort of the same size was a Nissan Rogue. So I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I can drive a Nissan. That'll be fine. So we, reserved the Nissan. And when we went to pick our car up and they walked us out into the parking lot, I'm looking at the car that he walks up to and I'm like, this is definitely not a Nissan Rogue. And the guy tells me, he goes, I know, he says, we couldn't find a Rogue. We didn't have one. So we picked something that was a similar size. And I'm just looking at this car and it's smaller. And I'm honestly not a fan of this particular brand of car. No shade to anybody who drives it, but I personally don't care for it. And what are you? It's this little symbol here. It's just very boxy looking, and I don't. It's it's not my jam, you know. But I'm like, well, okay. And I know I'm looking at him like, meh. So he looks at me, he goes, and this one is probably actually even cheaper. And my first thought was, as well it should be. But, you know, I didn't want to be that person. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I just need something to drive. My car's already at the shop. I need to get back and forth to work. It's like, I'll take it. And so we got it. We had to wait till the next day, like in the afternoon, but we got it. And my husband says, okay, I'm going to head home. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to check the car out and I'll meet you at home. And, I got in it and I'm poking around trying to figure everything out. And I got home and, it's weird. It's weird to drive a car that you're just not used to driving. Oh, Pam, you picked up too many of these. Why did you do that? Here, we'll just slide you under there. There you go. I've just gotten really used to my car. So it's been a challenge getting used to this one. Let's put it that way. You get very used to the extras that you have in a car that you have, and then when you get into one that's a little more basic, shall we say, that doesn't have all the stuff that you have, you miss it. So if anything, this is teaching me to appreciate my car. And, it's probably also teaching me to appreciate the fact that I have first world problems and I should just be grateful that I have a car. Yeah. Hey, get off of there. There you go. So, anyway, I'm going to be driving this guy for a month. It's a, what is it? A Kia Soul. That's what it is. But it's okay. At least it's spacious enough that I do have the space for what I need. So, be happy, Pam. Don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain. Just be grateful that you have something to drive to work. Of course, now every time it looks like it wants to rain, I just get all freaked out. But I'm sure that was kind of that. That was absolutely a freak thing. I've lived in this house for a while, and that's the first time. I mean, it's not the first time we've had hail, but it was definitely the first time that we had hail that size, because it was pretty wild. I don't know if you can see. I mean, I've tried to get you pretty close, but I mean, look how well these fit together. And as I work on it, they kind of just like snap together so nice. A lot of times when you're working on squares with a light pad under them, that's one of the things is you notice all the gaps. This fits together great. You see very, very, very little gapping. And as I fill them in, they those gaps just where did it go? Oh, there it went. Yeah, that one fit a little bit too tight. It popped it right off. The gaps just go away. Oh, it's because this one's got a little piece sticking off of it. Yeah, we'll put you in the trash bin over here. That's what made it pop off. You know how sometimes your drills get like little tabs left on them where they broke them apart? I think that's probably why it popped off like that. Oh, where were you? Oh, there you are. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I really like this I really need to do some more work on this canvas. I have too many whips. I have too many whips, people. It's like I get started on like a big one and then okay, so let's go over my list of whips because it's embarrassing. So I have my big J wall that I'm doing, the fairy bubble one. I knew when I started that one that's going to be a labor of love because it is huge and it is very confetti heavy. And I can only do like one block of that. Oh my God, why are these sliding? I can only do like one block of that at a time before it drives me insane and I have to stop because it's just so confetti heavy. It's going to be gorgeous, but I can only work on it a little bit at a time. Then I had started one that I got from Dreamer Designs, and I don't know what they call. I think they call it Mad Props. I think is the name of it, but it's kind of like a female Mad Hatter thing going on. And I've got several like Alice in Wonderland things that I'm doing that are going into one room. And so I started working on that. That one is actually about 75% finished. It's almost done. And I do that one downstairs. I have two different places where I diamond paint. I diamond paint downstairs most of the time because that's kind of, where I'm sitting with my family and what have you. So that's where my most active whips are kept, downstairs. And then when I'm filming, I don't film downstairs. It's too distracting and there's too much noise. So I have a little place set up upstairs where I do, filming. I do like WIP and Chats up here. I do all my unboxings up here. My stash is all kept up here. Um, all of that. So I'm like, okay, well, I need some stuff to work on upstairs. So my J wall is up here, but I don't work on that one every day. So I'm like, no, I need something that I can work on to do, WIP and Chats and etc. So I got this one, this Sugar Skull. And I thought, okay, well, this will be like my work on project. And I started this one. Well, then I got involved in an event, like a Christmas time event. So I was obviously wanted to work on that one. And I got this beautiful canvas from Dreamer Designs for Christmas. And so I packed away my Mad Props, put her in the box where she'd be safe, and thought, okay, well, I'll go back to her and I need to work on this Christmas one for an event because, that's a timed thing. So I started working on her and I put my Mad Props in a box. And I worked on her all through the Christmas event. And of course, I bit off more than I could chew and I bought like this huge canvas because I thought it was so pretty. And I didn't finish it before the end of the event. I want to say it's probably 2/3 of the way done. And I'm like, well, okay, Christmas is over. I'm just going to pack this up and I'll have it to work on before next Christmas. So I figure I can get it out before next Christmas and finish it before Christmas. So I'll have it for Christmas. So I packed that one away. And at that point, there was another event that I was starting that was a chuck along, right? So we were working on Chuck Benson canvases. So I was working on that. And of course, I didn't get it all the way finished. It's also about probably 2/3 of the way finished. And we were starting in one of the YouTube channels that I watch a lot. We're doing kind of like a paint along. It's not really an event. It's like a paint along. We're all working on canvases by Nikki Bomey. And so I took my Chuck Benson and packed it away. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go back to you and finish you. And of course, the Nikki Bomey that I'm working on is huge. It's downstairs, and that one is like, what is it? Something Sunday morning. It is huge. When I went to take a picture of it before we started our little paint alongs, because we're all doing different canvases, just Nikki Bomey, just different ones. And when I went to take a picture of mine from the start, I spread it out on my sofa and it took up the entire length of my sofa. So yeah, that's probably going to be another one that I don't finish. I mean, we're giving ourselves a couple of months to get it done. But yeah, my track record, I probably won't get it finished and I'll end up putting it away and trying to get some of these others that are closer to being done. And then, of course, then I get stuck in these things where it's like, oh my God, I have all these things that I'm working on and I'm not finishing anything. So I do have 2 smaller ones that I started just so I have something I can finish because, I have all of these huge canvases just undone, and I really feel like I need to get something done. So that is how I ended up with so many WIPs. Yeah, I never thought I would be that person. I usually just was like one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. But I think I just started doing some that were just so big that you kind of get just burned out on doing the same one all the time. So I just need to give myself a little variety. Because, after all, it's supposed to be fun and it's supposed to be a good time. I do like when I have something pretty at the end of it to either display or put in my book. But sometimes I just want to do a little small one just for the fun, just for the fun. So those are usually the ones that I end up getting. I buy a lot of the small ones from Temu, and that's what I use those for. Just, what do you call it? Like a little palette cleanser. Because, you can whip out a 20 by 20 or a 30 by 30 pretty fast. And they have some really cute ones too. So, I have like a combination of premium and budget friendly going on in my WIPs. And I have found that even just from ordering from some of the budget friendly, some of those are really, really nice. I've got a few that I've opened that I'm actually kind of eager to work on. I even have a couple that I haven't unboxed yet that I'm kind of eager to get them opened up and check them out. I mean, just from what I can see, they look pretty good. And I have a couple from, I think it's called Sunature or Sunature. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but I haven't unboxed those yet. I have them in my stash, ready to unbox and take a look at them. Just from the outside, just the packaging was pretty good. So look out for those. I'll be opening those at some point. I've got some coming from Coup Deals, and I've got some coming from GBFKE. So we'll see. I don't know what this whole tariff situation, if they're going to get hung up in customs or what. I guess we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it no matter what it is. We'll deal with it. So yeah, I actually got a little bit done here. It's not too, this one's not too confetti. I mean, it is in some places, but at least you can kind of, at least I can use my multi-placer some. I can't usually get a whole lot done multi-placed, but I can usually get a little bit, at least in lines. Not so much with my J-Wall. I single placed most of that because, yeah, you kind of have to. But this one, at least you can put 2 or 3 together at a time. These colors are so rich and so gorgeous. I actually am excited to get her done. I need to work on her a little bit more. I haven't worked on her in a while. So I kind of thought today, yeah, see if we can get some of this little panel done. I think I'm definitely going to at least finish this little panel. I mean, even after I kind of let you guys go, because this video is already long enough. And you've listened to me complain enough about the car that I don't like that I have to drive. So I guess I will end this. Then I'm just going to finish this little section. And then I'll be ready to move on to some of this other stuff. And I'm just going to get some more of her done before I do another WIP and Chat with her. So that way we can kind of see some progress with her. I can't wait till I get up here and like her face. I think her face is going to be so gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward to that. And there's going to be quite a bit of color blocking up in that big moon section. So that one should go pretty quick. But yeah, I think I am going to wrap this up here. And yeah, I'm going to say bye for now. And you guys have a blessed day. And hopefully everything goes great for you for the rest of the day. I appreciate you being here so much. And I appreciate you just listening to me ramble and complain about my hail in my car and all those fun things. You guys have a great day. I appreciate you so much. And be blessed and be happy. And thank you so much. And bye.